What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Young and Cool. Today we're looking at top show actors that are now in jail. First up, we've got Bill Cosby.
Today marks 1 year behind bars for Bill Cosby, prisoner number NN7687.
On September 25th, 2018, actor-comedian Bill Cosby was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for sexual assault. He was found guilty in April of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman at his gated estate in 2004 after being barraged with similar accusations from more than 60 women over the past 5 decades. Next up, Mark Wahlberg.
I did a lot of things that I regretted, and I certainly paid for my mistakes.
In 1996, Mark Wahlberg was sentenced to 2 years in prison after he attacked a man with a metal stick. Wahlberg was released from prison after serving 45 days of his sentence, however. Lil' Kim. In 2005, Kimberly Denise Jones, who performs as Lil' Kim, was sentenced to a year and a day in federal prison along with a $50,000 fine for lying to a federal grand jury to protect friends involved in a 2001 shooting that took place outside a Manhattan radio station. She was released after serving 10 months of her sentence, however. Up next, Robert Downey Jr.
Drugs land the troubled actor in prison, and he reaches out to a psychiatrist for help.
In 1999, Robert Downey Jr. was sentenced to 3 years in prison for violating probation from his 1996 drug and weapon conviction. He was released on bail after serving 1 year though. Tommy Lee. In 1998, Tommy Lee served 6 months in prison for battering his then-wife, actress Pamela Anderson. Now, the infamous O.J. Simpson.
Simpson speaking out for the first time tonight. You see it there since his top-secret exit from the Lovelock Correctional Center.
Football star and actor O.J. Simpson was acquitted in the 1994 slayings of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ronald Goldman. In 2008, he was sentenced to 33 years in prison for armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas. After 9 years in prison, Simpson was released on October 1st, 2017. Up next, Tim Allen. In 1979, actor Tim Allen was sentenced to 15 months in federal prison for drug trafficking. He left prison in 1981, however. Phil Spector.
22.5A, the personal use of the firearm, the court selects the...
In 2009, record producer Phil Spector was found guilty in the slaying of actress Lana Clarkson. He is now serving 19 years to life for the 2003 murder. Next up, Lauryn Hill.
Lauren, you think 3 months is fair?
In 2013, singer and former Fugees member Lauryn Hill was sentenced to 3 months in prison for failing to pay taxes on $1.8 million in earnings. Martha Stewart.
She went to the Bahamas, had a vacation, and now she's going to her publicist and friend's wedding party. That's what every normal person should do before they're sent away, because this is her last chance.
In 2004, television home advice host Martha Stewart was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for felony charges of conspiracy, plus 5 months of home confinement for lying to federal investigators about stock sales. She was then released in 2005 to home confinement. Next up, Wesley Snipes. In 2008, actor Wesley Snipes was sentenced to 3 years in prison for failure to file tax returns from 1994 to 2000. He began serving the sentence in 2010 and was then released in 2013. And finally, James Brown.
He's often imitated.
In 1988, the late James Brown, a singer and bandleader, was sentenced to 6 years in prison for failing to stop for the police during a car chase. Brown was the subject of an emergency police chase due to a tip that he had been carrying a gun and was behaving dangerously. Brown died in 2006. So that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Young and Cool. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below which one shocked you the most. I'm sure it was Iron Man for most of you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.